Hello Gemini, and welcome to your June forecast. Great to see everyone, and as always you can use this for your rising, your sun, and for your moon sign. With that being said, why don't we get straight into the channeled information this month. While I was meditating and thinking about your sign, I got this feeling of openness, but in order for that openness to sort of be really utilized, patience and also an ability to allow that to come in is necessary. So, long way of saying being receptive, being able to receive. But to do that, there is this a little bit of, I feel like there's a little bit of friction or stubbornness in allowing it to happen. So some examples in life could be someone offering to do something for you, but you either initially just say no or you don't consider it. So all I'm asking this month is the consideration part of it. So perhaps if somebody wants to offer you a job opportunity, help you out with something around the house, or just do something nice for you, before you kind of discount it as maybe they have an angle, or what is this about, or I need to control things, think perhaps, what is this? Maybe this is something, you could just say, thank you, let me think about that. That's all you have to do this month. And then if you still feel that you don't want to do it, don't do it. But just be open to opportunities. And the other thing is, to receive, you have to sometimes kind of observe too. So it's a little bit of a quieter month energetically for you when it comes to how you are going to interact with others. Once though the kind of key is unlocked and you find that opportunity, things will take off pretty quickly. I hope that makes sense. So again, receive, but in order to be in that place of allowing abundance to come to you, you have to be open, you have to consider things. So that's the challenge for your sign this month. So for everybody that has come here the first time, I just want to say welcome. And for those of you each month that return, I want to say thank you as well, because you're the ones that make this happen and make it worthwhile. So with that being said, the way I organize this for the new folks is in 3 parts. We just did the channeled information. I'm going to take a look now at Celtic Cross, which will show the main energy for this month, and then I'll extend the forecast to look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. So let's start with the tarot cards and see what information wants to make itself known. So there are some changes afoot for you, for your sign this month, connected not only to relationships but also to money. So we'll talk about that in a moment. But first, let's look at the Catalyst card. And the Catalyst card is how I tie everything together. It's creates reactions, but it also connects everything. So I usually look at this as one of the most important cards. Going more symbolic this month, but still, for me, that's even more powerful because it's just intuition. So for this one, okay, for some of you, there may be either a major loss or change. When I looked at this, I actually saw the Death card in a very different way, because usually the Death card has a white rose on it, and I went straight to the rose. But what that's about also is new opportunities. So through losing or through letting go of something, this is how you can receive, or something new can come through. So for those of you that aren't in a place where anything's going to shift like that, what this is actually about is perhaps like giving away something, letting something go, or quitting something. It's a sort of voluntary death card, if you will. So the best way I'm going to actually call this one out as transformation, since this deck doesn't have words. So your Catalyst card this month is transformation, and it's voluntary transformation that is going to open up opportunities for you to receive. All right, now let's take a look at the cards, and we'll try to bring those 2 concepts together. At the center, I see some heightened emotions at the beginning of the month. We have Princess of Cups in reverse. And the emotions are regarding money. We have King of Pentacles over top of that, directly connected to the Tower card. So for some of you, and it's the Tower reversed, which I actually like, because there's no surprises when the Tower is reversed. Usually you have many, many inklings that change is happening, You might even be doing it yourself. You might be trying to find something that suits you more. So I really feel like this is connected to money. For some of you, though, the money portion of it could be because you're reliant on another person. So perhaps you're in a relationship that isn't making you happy, and that there's a lot of money with that that is kind of holding you from moving on. For others of you, you could be tied to a job that you're not satisfied with, but again, maybe there for the money. So the key to sort of being free this month is finding unique ways to open up new financial opportunities. And then the other things, whether it's business, relationships, or love in some cases, or contracts or whatever, you will find another way to get around it. You have to find the freedom financially before you can make the big change that you want to make in your life. All right, when I look at deep past, it looks like some of you have done a good job of at least figuring out where you are as far as your budget, your needs, and you're pretty grounded in this decision as well, because the Prince of Pentacles is about being grounded. It's also an announcement. So again, with our general sort of information, that channeled information at the beginning about being receptive, this is about taking a leap of faith and possibly trying something new. Now, this has already been announced to you, so if you've already said no, we'll see if that's going to come back. Prince of Swords in reverse, showing me that things aren't kind of going exactly the way you want to. Like, two things. Speed-wise, I feel like the month is starting off a little slower, even though I saw a big shift in energy. And perhaps you've heard some bad news at the beginning of the month. I do feel like relationships are your challenge this month, in addition to money. It would be money first, and then your relationships second. We have the Lovers card in reverse, which is showing me bad timing, or perhaps things not aligning in existing relationships. So whatever the friction is there with the Tower in the near future on that, changes have to happen. And so if you're single and looking for new love, I would say be very careful. You might be meeting someone that hasn't quite sorted out their life, or the same may be true for you. For those in an existing relationship, this is a great time to go for counseling, or to try to talk to your partner and just see if you understand one another on everything. But for those of you looking to make a big change, get the money sorted out, perhaps go into a secret fund or savings that you might have, and this is the time to use that nest egg, so that you can go after either go after a dream or find a safe way out of a relationship that doesn't feel good anymore. The key this month is to temperance, to basically take it easy, try not to be too harsh on others or too harsh on yourself. Relationships come and go, jobs come and go, and it's not a sign of you not working hard enough or bad things happening to you. Basically, I talked to another sign this month about this, but I think the lesson holds true for you too. It's important to realize that everything in this life is for you, not happening to you. So if you realize that, someone's breaking up for your benefit, for you to learn, for you to be free, perhaps for you to meet someone new, no longer does it feel like an assault on your person. It feels like, okay, so I'm kind of like graduating from this relationship. What does that mean? What comes next? And what should I be looking for in the future so that this doesn't happen again? So perhaps you can think of it that way. I see you evolving from your money situation and being okay. This is a time to make fresh new starts. And for those of you that feel really solid in your money situation, whether it's your investments, your job, etc., Four of Pentacles is basically encouraging you to open up your heart a little bit. And this is where the Lovers reverse is, for some of you, a chance to, that's your opportunity, or you're being open or being receptive. You may be the one that's sort of closed off or not ready, and if that's the case, take it slow, but give things a chance. Give another person a chance in your life. Realize that the Lovers can be about a best friend relationship or something like that as well. There's someone that cares about you, that wants in, and it's up to you to intuit whether or not it feels good for you. But I'm saying consider it, at least consider it, and then you'll be able to make the best decision moving forward. It is a busy month for you, but I think you can manage everything. When I look at hopes and fears, we have It's also an opportunity area. Seven of Wands here showing that you're able to manage things. You're like the perfect multitasker. The only sort of thing that I would say here is don't be afraid to ask for help or to give work to others. And this one is much more of a forward-looking Seven of Wands. So if you feel like you're overloaded at the moment, look and see, am I sort of like getting myself ready for the next job or for a growth opportunity or in a relationship? Are we just still getting to know each other? Should we keep working at it? This is a card of not giving up, persevering. But it's also a card of communication in regards to what you need, what you can't do, where your limits are. So put up limits. Feel free to ask for help. More importantly, feel free to receive it because people might be trying to help you. The end of the month is looking really good for you. We've got Queen of Cups, high sort of rush of creativity coming through around weeks 3 and 4. And also, if you're looking to either deepen a relationship, start a relationship, look for new love, it's really the last week of the month when that is coming into full bloom and fruition. So I do feel good about the last part of the month. I would say the beginning is when it's tricky and you're going to be working through challenges that you already have or your own fears about getting into a relationship. So let's expand the forecast and start with health. Health being your mind, body, and spirit, not just your physical health. So with those three things in mind, let's take a look at your health. And it is about strength building this month. So a lot of times the focus may be more on breathing, on meditation. And for this, I actually feel like any kind of physical activity that is going to work on making your body stronger. This is much more body focused for you this month is great. The thing with this is about approaching the challenges in your life. The mental part of this is for those of you that feel like, how am I going to get through this, this, and this? This is about knowing that, yeah, you climb a hill, but the fun part is, at least I remember this when I was a kid, like running down, or if you had a bike and you were really pedaling up as fast and as hard as you could, then you could kind of like just coast on the way down. So what I want you to do is think, I know this is hard, but I'm going to get through it and I can't wait to coast on the other side. So mentally, that's your mind portion of it. The body is about doing whatever you can to strengthen it physically, and for your spirit, I believe it's the same sort of thing we were talking about with the mind, which is to work on yourself for the goal of just being able to open up, receive, and have a higher frequency of your energy. Overall, you're actually in a good place too. Most of you, the strength card shows that there's no specific health issue that's coming through for you to be aware of this month. It's more about things that you can work on to become stronger. All right, let's take a look now at your wealth card. Wealth being opportunities in school, in finance, in money. So, that being said, we have organization. And it really is about, for those of you, there might be situations with who's managing your money. Do you have an idea of where you're at? This is a time when you either want to get someone better for your financial advisor, or to do it yourself and maybe educate yourself so that you feel strong enough. An emperor, a good emperor, makes sure that they have their hands and their eyes on the important things in their empire. So with this being your financial empire, you definitely want to know where the money's going, you want to sign the checks, and you want to understand what's going on. So empower yourself, basically. And if you have someone that you've hired, make sure that they're telling you everything and they're answering to you. Let's look now at your love situation, which includes not just romantic relationships, but also friendships. So we have divine healing this month. It's a time for both release and forgiveness, and it makes sense with this Tower card here in the near future. For many of you, you will be going through some sort of major transition with relationships. So try to love yourself, try not to hate the person if possible, and see this as a release if you're going through that. For all relationships, this is a time to look at how can we do better, not just how can the other person do better. So what can you do to make the situation easier, and what can you do to heal yourself? Because that's For some of you that might be caretakers, this could be the relationship challenge for you. You know, you might have someone in your life where you play the role of healer and you have to put some of that healing to yourself. And it says, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal, and your light can support others. But remember, your light only works if you have the power to kind of ignite it. So really important to sleep and to eat properly and to put limits up and ask for help. Okay, now let's take a look at your destiny card, and we'll be using Archangel Michael for the destiny cards. And Archangel Michael's message to you today is it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. So whether it's a work, love, or contract of other sorts, some sort of contractual situation, it's okay to leave. And the card says basically giving yourself an opportunity to have the courage to make healthy changes in your life. So it's not always easy, but if you need permission or if you need encouragement, this is a good time to make that change. So let's go ahead and bring everything into focus here, and I will go card by card here. 1 second. Since this is such a large deck of cards, I have to rearrange it. It gets a little messy. All right, so your center card was Princess of Cups reversed, and basically the emotions here that I'm getting are tied to finances, and the finances, like I said, this can have something to do with a job that no longer suits you and you want to move on from, or a relationship where you might be tied to it because of fiscal limits, or maybe for the children, you both want to support them. There's something keeping you in that needs to be shifted around. For those of you that don't want to leave a situation, this is about major changes that need to happen to make it healthier. So either counseling or some other sort of self-improvement or group therapy that's going to be necessary. Don't stress out too much if the beginning of the month feels a little bit slow, because you are supposed to sort of take care of yourself and focus on this relationship issue that seems to present itself then. For those of you that, again, aren't partnered, it just means that your work relationships, partnerships, and boss and employee situations could be a little bit challenging. Your advice is to stay as even as possible and try not to jump to any, unfounded or unnecessary conclusions, to try to open your heart this month, and to also look at your finances. Really go in under the surface and make sure you understand, as we saw in the expanded forecast, what's going on, why people are doing certain things, why decisions are being made. Multitasking is fine this month, but please say no if you need help, or ask for help if you're at a point where you're exhausted. Otherwise, look in the horizon and see how far you've come and what opportunities are kind of coming in for you, because all of your hard work is going to be noticed. It's just a matter of patience. It's a really good time at the end of the month for that healing to happen, either new love or renewed love. And so hold fast, hold tight. And for those of you that are getting out of a difficult situation, a sense of ease and relief coming at the end of the month. Remember, your channeled information was to be open to receiving new things, and that requires patience. And it requires a chance of just saying, let me think about that, not to say no immediately. And we were talking about transformation being the key catalyst for this month. So the transformation is in relationships, it's in money, it's in future opportunities. And so all of those things are going to take time and patience, but you get to have a say in it. And that's the beautiful thing about this particular catalyst card. For your health, remember to stay strong this month. You're already making good progress, but any sort of strength building will be very good for your body. For your mind and your spirit, it's about remembering that when you get to the other side, it's going to be easier. So climb this, kind of symbolic hill that you're going through, or mountain, and know that the other side is going to be quite relaxing and worth the journey. Again, with money, with career, with school, you have to really take an active role this month and be organized too. So try not to let anything sort of fall through the cracks. Look at the dates that you have to meet deadline-wise for whatever it is in your life, and make sure that you've paid your taxes, or if you do quarterly taxes, made your deadline for a paper that you need to turn in, or that you've paid your bills on time. And for all relationships this month, there is a sense of divine healing that's coming through, and a reminder that overall, if you need to leave something that no longer suits you, it's okay. It's time. and you have you have my encouragement and the card's encouragement here, and so hopefully that gives you what you need. So I hope that, speaking of getting what you need, that you got the information that you need to sort of progress with all of the challenges and the opportunities that come this month. If you want to stay in touch, the best way to do so is to like and subscribe this channel. There's also a little icon of a bell, and if you click that, then you'll get notifications when I post new videos. Likewise, I also have a really nice newsletter that I send out once a month, which includes a little bit of information. I pull a card for what each month is going to bring. It's like an extension of this. And also it's just an announcement whenever I put out the new videos. So feel free to sign up for that. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So if you'd like to join me there, I'm there and I'm ready and I'm willing. Otherwise, I just want to say thank you so much for all the likes, the subscribes, and the encouragement that you guys give me from month to month. You really make it worthwhile, and I just want to say thank you for that. And if this has been really helpful and you'd like to give a token of appreciation, there is a link in the video where you can donate as well. So with that being said, please take care of yourselves, be gentle with yourselves, and be open to the love, the opportunity, and the abundance that wants to come through this month. Wishing you a lot of love and really extending gratitude for everything that you give to me as well. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.